How y'all doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? This is your boy, Uncle Walter. I'm here with another Respect the Melody. Tonight we're talking about all things music. Y'all know R&B is what I love. R&B is what I am doing. So tonight we're going to have the conversation about R and B. That's right, I said it. R and B. Yeah, hit it. Yeah, That's what we're going to have the conversation about. R and B. I want y'all to share this video. Share this video with your friends, with your family. Make it public. I want you all, because we're getting ready to have the conversation about music. Don't worry, I will be back. I'm back. So we're going to talk about the things as a thing on another night. But tonight we're respecting the melody, our music. Tonight. That's right. Share this video. Please get this video out. Do not forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel. Yeah. Before we get started, Saints, I have something. Somebody has something that she wants to share with you all. We have an opening selection by Minister Johnson. She wanted to share something with you all on tonight. And we're just going to let her sing to us and set the mood. Because tonight we're talking about setting the mood. And she going to sing something and just set the mood on tonight, okay? Y'all ready to hear what she going to sing for us? Hold on, let's see. Angie, you ready? You ready for her to set the mood for us tonight?
Yeah, I was actually setting something up too, but yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get out y'all way and let God have his way on tonight, okay?
Some of y'all trying to play God like he a side hoe. Some of y'all trying to play God like he a side hoe. Don't do that. He gonna wear you out playing with him.
Wait. Huh?
He not no side piece.
Wait.
God ain't no side piece. He ain't no side piece. God ain't no side piece. Stop letting people put you as a side piece.
Okay. Okay. Sister Johnson, I'm gonna need you to do better next time. Mother, maybe you can come and minister. Mother Norwood has something she want to share with us on tonight. Mother, go ahead and bless us.
I see somebody out there getting blessed. I see somebody getting delivered. I see somebody that don't care about that COVID-19. I see somebody saying, God is able.
We're going to let her get herself together. I'm sorry. Mother, we sorry. We know. And see, you got to really pray for people, because you used to be able to squall through that. But, you know, it's some stuff out now. I don't care how hard you squall. You're not going to be able to squall through that. Those of you that are watching via YouTube, I do want you to click that like button and subscribe to this channel. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and comment. Let us know that you are watching. Tonight, we're talking about all things music. You ready, Angie? We're talking about all things music, and we're getting ready to discuss. We have a few things to discuss on tonight. We're going to talk about setting the mood. Setting the mood. What does it mean to set the mood? Because, you ever went somewhere and somebody was just doing a whole bunch of weirdness and a whole bunch of just awkwardness, and it's because a lot of times we don't understand the assignment, right? They don't quite understand the assignment. Some people, they think you can sing rock and roll at a bar mitzvah. They want to sing R&B at a baptism. So we want to talk about setting the mood. And I know when we say setting the mood, everybody mind go towards sex. But when we talk about the mood, we're talking about more than just, hey, good evening, Coco the Goddess. Nicole, how you doing? When we talk about setting the mood, we're talking about so much more than just sex. We're talking about so much more than just, getting romantically, involved with your significant other. When we talk about setting the mood, we're literally talking about creating an atmosphere for whatever to take place. How you doing tonight, Angie?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. She came on. She giving us a no sophisticated bun tonight.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is. For those of y'all that don't know, Angie be cooking. If I hung around her at her house, I would be probably two of who I am right now. She cooks.
She do.
Yeah, she cooks. I was at her house and I took a spoonful of mashed potatoes, and it tastes like real potatoes. And so I'm used to people our age, they make that instant stuff. I personally, I make mine from scratch. But everybody our age, they make that instant stuff. So I said, how'd you get this lumpy? Like, like it tastes like it has some real potatoes in it. She looked at me like, I'll slap a hole in your face. We don't do instant mashed potatoes around here.
We do not do instant mashed potatoes. We don't do instant nothing around here. Not even grits. No.
Not even grits. Oh, child.
Albert's grits. I don't play a whole bunch of butter, all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna eat good.
Okay, well, while we talking about grits, do you eat sugar or salt on the grits?
Salt and pepper, baby.
The blood of Jesus. Come on, saints. Stretch your hands in her direction. The blood. The blood.
No, you don't do no sugar. That ain't my meal.
I love me some sugar on my grits. But you know what? I've come to like shrimp and grits. So I guess.
Yeah, you ain't putting no sugar in your grits with your shrimp. That's for certain.
We're not doing that. We don't do that.
Not with no bacon and eggs and some cheese.
That's against our religion. Well, tonight we're talking about music, but before we get into talking about setting the mood, there was a recent musical release that I gotta say I'm feeling. Diddy decided to make his return to R&B. So for those of you that don't know, Diddy actually came out with a new project here recently. Before I go into detail, what was your first thoughts when you heard he was coming out with a recent project, Angie?
Actually, I didn't know he was coming out with a recent project until you told me.
Okay.
Well, when I listened to it, okay. So towards the end of it, I got happy.
Okay.
But the beginning of it wasn't. When I think about Diddy, I think about the old Bad Boy days.
Okay.
He came out hard. Every artist he had was smacking. Every last one of them. Now on this particular album, I mean, there's some new folks I don't know nothing about. They were okay to me. They sound like everybody else, But when we got towards the end, we got some of that Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes, yes, Lord.
Yes, and that's Tiana Taylor.
She shocked me on this album.
Right.
Because I was ready for her, like you said, to sound like everybody else. But
Mm-hmm.
Tiana Taylor, I gotta give you your hits on this. Your
Yeah.
props, I'm sorry, on this. Girl, you sang Closer to God.
Close to the God. Yeah.
She sang
Mm-hmm.
that thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that's one you need to learn. We need to go ahead and add that to the repertoire.
I thought. Wait, I already thought about it.
I said, "Oh my gosh, she is singing like so." For those of you that don't know Diddy's history, a lot of people think he started out with Bad Boy, but he actually started out producing
Right.
R&B, right?
Right.
So he did Early Mary, Faith
Right.
Evans. So it wasn't just the rap. It wasn't just the Notorious B, and then his stuff. He actually produced other R&B artists. So this is actually him returning to his roots. For
Mm-hmm.
those of you that are just now tuning in, we're talking about um Diddy's new project or his latest project. And
Mm-hmm.
so what I liked about this project as a whole is it seemed like he focused more on singing. Okay. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say this because the first song, Brought My Love. Now
Uh-huh.
besides the bass line, because I did love the bass line in that song.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the one with Jacquees.
I like the one with Jacquees. I
You
really
see,
like that one.
this is the one. The reason why I liked it is because typically when you listen to a Jacquees or a Jacquees song, however you say his name, um, it's over auto tuned,
Right.
and you can't really enjoy the texture of his voice because all you
Right.
hear is that funny auto tune sound.
Right.
But Diddy, it was almost like he was in the studio telling these people, "Look, you gonna sing on key. You're not gonna be pitchy, right? If we got to do it over and over 1,000 times, we're going to do it over and over a
You know,
thousand times
right.
until we get the something
The right
close that we
sound.
can use, right? So that we don't
Mm-hmm.
have to put the auto tune all the way over to 100, and now we can't even enjoy the texture of your voice. So,
Right.
in my opinion, with this song, we got to hear another side of Jacquees's voice because he can't sing. But now we know he can sing because we don't have a whole bunch of auto tune on his
Right.
voice.
Right.
What was your favorite song on the project?
Um, I don't know because I'm still kind of
You still
listening to it.
processing it? Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, the latter half is actually pretty good. It's
Okay.
like it's wait, some of it has made it to the playlist.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay.
Made it to my playlist, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the one with what's his name, Babyface and John Legend.
So I think they did good in
Yeah,
representing seasoned singers.
right.
Cause I didn't hear no auto tune there, baby.
No,
I
not
didn't
at
hear no
all.
I didn't hear no auto tune there, baby. Babyface was
Mm-mm.
like, take it off. I'm gonna sing on key, baby. I got
And
this.
I'm
Yeah,
saying songs
right. And
today.
John Legend did his thing. I
Yeah.
have to say, Justin Bieber shocked me on this.
Oh yeah, the Justin Bieber one. I almost forgot about that.
He
Yes,
sang his whole complete ass off.
Justin. But you know what? I like Justin because Justin can actually sing.
He
He
can,
can actually sing,
he can,
and
but mhm.
he has his moments when he wants to be soulful, and he fade in there.
I was gonna say he tapped that soulful
Yeah,
side tonight. He
he
went on in
fade in
there.
there.
He tapped in there. He did. Justin Bieber. Those of you that are listening, what are your thoughts on the latest Diddy album? The latest Diddy album. For those of you that don't know, Diddy released a project here. It's called the Love Album, Off the Grid.
Mhm.
And it's featuring some heavy hitters, but he also, like you said, he's doing a good job in combining the two. The one thing that I did like is oh my god, what was the name of that song with all of the men? Casey and Joe. Casey was on it. Um, he had a few male. Jeremiah was on it, but they were actually the
Casey was on this album.
Casey is on this album. I forgot what song it is.
Yeah,
Let,
what song? Cause I must have skipped that.
let
I
me.
must not
Oh,
even.
child. But see, here's the thing.
Oh wait
This
a
is
minute! Don't have me go look real quick.
this is. I'm looking at right now. This is why I liked it because you could actually hear the men singing and harmonizing.
Right.
And see, we don't get that nowadays. Like we've
Mm-mm.
been saying, everything is auto tune
Right.
nowadays. So it's,
Even the harmonies, the
right.
simple
Or and
harmonies
I'm
don't
gonna,
even be real.
if I can be transparent, sometimes I'll be listening to some of these new songs and I'm like, this is not harmony. You guys are
Right.
singing in unison, or you guys are singing in,
Top and
just
bottom.
not harmony. Yeah, you're just not
Mm-hmm.
harmonizing. I don't know. Have you ever listened to a song and you're like, wait, that's somebody off, somebody with, even with the auto tune, somebody flat. You, but they were actually in um key. Hold on, let me find this song here because I know I wasn't tripping.
I'm mad that I missed that one. I don't know how I missed it. Because if I had seen Casey's name on there, I probably would have been on heavy rotation earlier.
All right, Casey Haley. Yeah, stay part one.
Yeah, I don't think I seen that one.
Yeah. But the men are
Mhm.
harmonizing. And again, you get the good texture of the men's voice. I miss that kind of singing. As a singer, I miss it. You
Mhm.
know, I love the good old soulful singing. And nowadays everybody doing that whisper singing where they sing soft. I mean, the runs are nice. Don't get me wrong. The
Mhm.
runs are really nice, but they whispering. And
Right.
I miss somebody getting in my face and giving me a good old holler.
Right. We missed the Jodeci singing.
Right. Get on over.
Carl Thomas singing.
Yes.
The Raheem Devine
Come
singing.
on.
That Anthony Hamilton
That
singing.
Anthony Hamilton and the Hamiltons.
And the Hamilton. Oh, them Hamiltons is bad, boy.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they
They are
are.
bad.
Right. Right. So we definitely, in my opinion, out of 5 stars, what would you give it? This project?
Out of 5 stars,
Mm-hmm.
being honest,
Uh-huh.
I'd probably give it a 3.5.
3.5. Okay. What
Mhm.
would you give it a 3.5?
I would give it a 3.5 because I expect a lot more from him.
Okay. Okay.
Even down to the music. Now, so he's always been known for taking old school music and putting that twist to it.
Facts.
So I heard a couple of cuts on there, a few songs on there that he did that too. Like one of the songs, let me see which one it was. Stay a While. They had
Uh-huh.
Stilo 702 Stilo on there,
Okay.
which
Mm-hmm.
it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just know him to just like really do something to a older track, that
Like that
just
man,
it
the
just
large cut he makes
grabs you.
there.
Yeah, but it's not giving that, not this time
Not
around.
this time.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I'm
But
gonna
the
give it.
vocals, all the vocalists sing pretty good. They sound good. And a quite there's a few songs on there that's off the chain. I absolutely love. So
Uh-huh. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 stars for the same reasons, but I was so enamored by the voices.
right,
Okay, when I listen to an album, I want to hear. I want to hear good singing. I want to hear
right,
singing. I don't want to hear auto tune.
right.
I want to hear singing. So I'm definitely going to give it a solid 4 songs because of that. All right.
Mhm.
Those of you listening and watching via Facebook and YouTube, what are your thoughts on this album? Would you give it a 3 star, 4 star, 2 star? Did you hate it? Was it trash? Would you give it no star, no rating? What are your thoughts on this particular product? All right. So tonight we're talking about setting the mood.
Ooh, sitting in the
Angie,
moods.
setting the mood.
Sitting in the moods.
Setting the mood. Um, Again, wondering what does it mean to set the mood? When you hear the term set the mood, what comes to mind, Angie?
When I hear set the mood, all I hear is set the mood For the candles, bring the candles and pour the wine, whatever, however that song goes. You know that Tank song. When I hear Set the Mood, that's all I think about.
Okay. Okay. When I hear Set the Mood, I hear turn off the lights, light a candle. Not necessarily saying like that, but I hear Teddy Pendergrass. I think of something that's intentional
Right.
when I think of setting the mood.
Right.
Intentional. What type of mood are you going for? And sometimes as an artist, it's hard to know, to gauge
Right.
what mood the promoter wants to go for. Because I've been invited to sing at events and they're like, oh, we want grown and sexy. Well, grown and sexy means different things to different people. Because you say grown and sexy to me, I think I should be able to cuss. I should be able to name body parts because we grown, right?
Right.
I should be able to name body parts. I should be able to tell you what I want to do with and to.
Right. And
that
how.
body part,
And
right?
when.
And how and when, right? Because we're adults. But sometimes you got to toe the line because grown and sexy to some just mean they want you to sing. I don't know what's a song that ain't that nasty, but people just act like Sexual Healing. They want you to sing Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye, which ain't really a nasty song. It's just talking about, getting yours.
Yeah. No, I guess so.
I
don't know, because Marvin Gaye a little nasty. You listen to some of his stuff. Especially his old stuff. I'm like, ooh, Marvin. That's why everybody run around here having all them babies.
That's why Gen what was it? Gen X was born. Then boomers came home to listen to some Marvin Gaye. That's fun. That is hilarious. Okay, so when you're asked, okay, so let's say I'm coming to you as an artist and I'm asking you, Angie, I'm having this pajama party and we just want you to do something nice, smooth, what are your thoughts for song selection when you hear nice and smooth? Just
nice and smooth, I always go to Neo Soul.
Okay.
Neo Soul is always nice and smooth.
Okay. Nice and smooth. Absolutely. So nice and smooth. And I always feel like if you're not clear, ask a question.
Right.
So for me, if they say nice and smooth, I would follow that up with, now, what do you mean? Nice and smooth. Do you mean Sade? Nice and smooth? Or Jill Scott? Nice, because those are two different nice and smooth.
Right.
When they tell me grown and sexy, for those, if you were to ask me to come and do something grown and sexy, I'm going to ask you, what is too far? I'm going to let you know that I cuss and I sing about sex.
Right.
Those of you that are watching on YouTube, the link has been dropped in the comment section if you want to come and share with us your opinion. I'm telling people I sing about sex. I sing for adults. I'm not singing, if this is a kid's birthday party, let me know and I will sing songs that are appropriate for that. But when you tell me grown and sexy, I'm thinking grown and sexy. I'm thinking I can do
anything goes.
Right. Because we're all adults. So I'm thinking I can sing Jasmine Sullivan. I'm thinking I can do I'm just thinking I can go there uninhibited, right?
Right.
Okay. So when you're talking about setting the mood and you're in different environments, lately we used to do that. We used to always do karaoke at that one spot over there. We used to always do karaoke at that one spot, and they would have different events. And sometimes when I would tune in to see the event, I would be like, this is not the song for the mood that they're trying to set. As an artist, you have to realize that just because you can sing a song well, that doesn't mean that that's the song that suits
Right.
the
You
event
gotta
you're singing
be
at.
able to read the room. You can't read
Ex-
the room well, it ain't gonna work.
exactly. That reminds me of that time we were singing down in San Diego.
Right.
Right? We had that whole set planned, a whole 2 hour set planned. We had our oohs and our ahs together. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Right? We had it all together, and
Right.
then it wasn't hitting. So
Mm-mm.
somebody had to read the room and was like, "Okay, do you know this? Yes, I know this. Do you know that? Yes, I know that. Okay, we doing this. We're doing that." And then we had to follow each other
Right.
because we were going for a specific mood.
Right. And they
In
was up trying to dance.
right,
Remember they was asking us, "Do you guys know this song?"
right.
Like, oh my gosh, they
once
just
we
gonna
cracked
ask
the
you.
right, once we cracked the egg though.
Mm-hmm.
But at first they were looking at us like, "Child, ain't nobody want to hear that."
Right.
Right? John who? John Legend? Don't nobody know no John Legend, right? um, but once we cracked that egg, I think the first song we did where they went wild was "My Girl" by the Temptations.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
got sunshine. I think
Yeah.
that's when the one dude jumped up in the back, and then from
Mm-hmm.
there everybody just stood. And then
Right.
after that, they was like, "We want you to entertain the hell out of us." I was like, "Well,
Right.
we got you now. Now that we know what you like."
Yes. And that was absolutely fun too.
It was.
I had a good time once I came up out them shoes because I was done in them heels. Oh, I was like, I'm sorry, people. I got to come out these shoes. I can't look cute no more. It's three
Well,
hours. I ain't doing it.
and that's another important thing. Look, when you're trying to set the mood as an artist, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to go for that look, and it takes some being comfortable with yourself.
Right.
In being able to wear certain things and still be sexy, right? Because
Right.
in our community, we tend to body shame.
Right. Bad.
We tend to body shame, and I'm on the thicker side of things. You hear me?
Hmm.
I have a lot of gravy
Hmm.
in my rice.
Yeah,
Uh,
I got a little bit too, a little fluff here.
right. So sometimes when I'm preparing for a gig or whatever, and they want certain colors or they want a certain type of look, I always have to ask myself, how am I going to look in this? Am I going
Right.
to be more of a distraction from my singing in this, right?
Right.
Or am I going to have to tailor this so that we can still have a good time and not be the sideshow, like, oh my God, he should not have wore all that red. I'm just
Mm.
saying, you know.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Uh-huh.
Once they hear your voice, ain't nobody thinking about none of that shit.
Uh,
Oh, did I cuss? Maybe I'm
girl,
supposed to tell
you
my
are
bad.
you already know it. You
Ain't
already know
nobody
we keeps
thinking
it
about none of that.
right. We
As
keeps it
soon as
real.
you open your mouth, all that done went out the door. They're like, bro, for real?
Aw, that is so
Ain't
sweet.
nobody worried.
But look is important. I remember I went through. So I wish I would have took a break from the stage when I went through. I went through a major depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept going. But well, I had to because that's how I was making my money, to
Right.
pay my rent and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look back at some of them videos, I'm like, damn, nigga, you could have ran a comb through your head. You could have at least ran an iron over that shit.
But you know what? That's
Uh-huh.
a part of your testimony. It is okay. And trust me,
Mhm.
ain't nobody worried about none of that when you open your mouth. They ain't even looking at that no more. If they
Aw.
looking, they ain't looking no more. Trust and believe me, they not worried about that at that point because they're getting your energy that you're putting out. The moment you start singing.
I have to agree with that to a degree because my bookings never dried up. I don't care how tired I showed up looking. They was like, go book that little fat nigga. Just tell him to
You
come.
stupid.
I, I remember I sat down with somebody, my uncle. You oftentimes hear me refer to my uncle, And he was like, all right, well, you went through a rough time. You was like, you were homeless. We get it. We get it. He was like, the testimony is I don't look like what I've been through. And he looked me
Right.
in my face and he said, but bitch, you look like what you've been through.
I can't deal with that.
He looked me dead in the eye. He said, but bitch, you look like what you've been through.
Right. But your voice did not sound like what you've been through.
Right.
That's
So
all that matters.
I was looking for a deep emotional moment. Like I thought we was getting ready to emote and cry. You just came through with victory. He was like, it's time to get up.
You know, black folks.
Right. He was like, it's time to get up. He said, stop wearing all black. Because, I mean, for a long time, that's all I would wear was all black. And not good all black. I'm talking about just all black. He was like, stop wearing all black. I mean, he gave me this pep talk that really put me where I am now. Like, okay, you need to look like you put some effort.
Right.
You know, how you showing up in the world. And it really aided, if anything, it aided in my transition from gospel. For those of you that are watching now, I used to sing gospel primarily. Now, sometimes I sing gospel when I'm invited. I primarily do R&B. But it did help with my transition some. I mean, as you know, people are always calling me to sing here, sing there. Sometimes I don't want to do it because I don't want to be bothered. And I will pass it along to the next person. But I really enjoyed the fact that he loved me enough to tell me, you know, this is not contributing to your mood.
Right.
This is not contributing to the mood.
And you know what? It is so important to have those type of people in your life, the supporters.
Right.
You know, they let you know when, okay, enough is enough. Get your ass up. You know.
Right.
Enough is enough, you know. And they get it and they get you and they just want to see you better, see you in a better place, in a better headspace. So it's important to have people like that in your life.
Absolutely. He's also responsible for me not taking every song to church.
Taking what?
Every song to church. So you know how we take songs to church. What's good?
Right.
I mean, woke up this morning with a smile on my face. Jumped out of bed, took a shower, dressed up, cleaned up my place. I can't take it to church now. Made me some breakfast, toast, 2 scrambled eggs, grits. Oh, right. Anyway, we're gonna act like that was the gospel. Grits. He would be like, we not. People want to think about. Now, my uncle, he loved the Lord with all his heart, but my uncle cuss. He'd be like,
just like me,
right? He would try to think about fucking, and you over here hollering like like you singing about Jesus,
right?
So, he would help. He really kind of coached me so that I knew how to set the difference in between the mood. I remember when I let him hear my song "Sex in the Rain."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "You did it." He said, "You did it. That is the mood." He said, "You're giving just enough of the rawness of your voice, but you're not just the church, but you are creating the mood." And he said, "This is what he said. People are going to fuck to this song." That's what he said.
Right.
And I said, "You go ahead on and prophesy on." No.
Right. Wait a minute. That's another one that's on the playlist.
Absolutely. So
I ain't even playing.
Right. When you're setting the mood, it's important to take into account your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you also want to take into account your ability. You may need to do some preparing. You may need to do some practicing.
Right.
So that you can work around trouble spots, you know?
Right.
One thing, not taking everything to church made me do, I could not sing on automatic for a long time. You know how you get on automatic and you just, I'm just gonna sing this how I normally sing everything, and so you're doing the same runs, the same licks, the same.
Right.
I couldn't do that for a while because all my runs and licks were church.
A churchy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was always 2 seconds away from a Hayatabo Shata. Always 2 seconds away. But
Oh my
um,
gosh.
I had to check that, like, period, point
Right.
blank. Um, now, so we've talked about the grown and sexy, um, and I asked you what you would do for smooth, but when it comes to like birthday parties and jovial or joyous occasions, what type
Mm-hmm.
of songs would you choose, or how would you go about choosing selections for joyous occasions that are not religious?
So that I mean, you just think about pleasers, top 40 type stuff, you
Okay.
know. And in all of it doesn't even have to be top 40. Just think about the feel good music.
Okay.
Now, I know some people got issues with R. Kelly. I don't. I got issues with whatever he might have done. That's between him and the Lord.
Right. Uh-huh.
His music, though, on the other hand, is freaking amazing. You know, you got to give him that. So, like that happy people and step in the name of love,
Mhm.
that's always feel good. That's always gonna get people up.
Okay.
I don't care if you don't sing a word of it. Just the musicality itself
It's
is
going.
gonna get you up and get you dancing and get you feeling good. You know, put you in a good headspace. So something like that. Um, uh, what's another good one? What is their names? Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Mm, always.
That's always a crowd pleaser. I don't care. I don't care if they white, black, Mexican, whoever.
Right.
Everybody loves that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody loves Frankie Beverly and Maze. Um, just a lot of feel good music, line dance music, you know, stuff that everybody can join in together with, you know, that that always goes over.
Those used to intimidate me, to the right, to the right. Those used to intimidate me as an artist because
Hmm.
I was always used to having to sing,
Hmm.
So I'm like, where can I find my lick? To the right, to the right. I
Wait,
was
actually, you low key giving your vocals a little break. You just talking pretty much.
right. So there's the wisdom, in
Hmm.
doing that. I had to learn that the hard way because your boy
Right.
was trying to sing everything. Not want it, run it out. Um, so yeah,
That's
those
that's
line
my grandson's favorite song.
it is. Oh,
Yes, he be in here watching TV. We'll put it on the YouTube, and he just be all over the place dancing,
that,
trying to do the line dance.
that's so dope. I love small children. They
Hmm.
get on my nerves when they're like teenagers, and
Yeah, they do.
they're
I
cool
got
and
one right now. You should come get him.
then they're
Like
cool.
I don't like the kid. I don't like him. I love him. I don't like him now. I'm like, ugh, just if I could just get away with it. No, I'm just playing.
I know you love all your children.
I do, but I'll be wanting to choke him. Like old dude on that play. Yeah, I trick right in
Here's
the
another
throat.
thing that I want. Right, yeah, trick, absolutely. Um, Here's another thing I wanted to talk about, maybe considering. Okay, so let's say there's a song that is amazing, it's hitting right now, but it's
Mhm,
too high for you. And I want to have this conversation because I've heard it from different point of views. Do you
mhm.
think it's okay to lower the key, or are
Yes,
you
you
on
should.
okay, I'm with you on that.
You
I've
should.
dealt
I
with
mean,
people.
if you cannot hit that key, that's why there's musicians. You know,
Hmm.
you're not going to the track, so you don't have to do the original. Do it in the original key. You have musicians. Lower the key so you
Even
can sit there at your capacity.
Absolutely. Even when you purchase the track, they have a lower option.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a lower key option
Mm-hmm.
because I love Whitney Houston, but there's no way, not Walter, right?
Right.
I love Tevin Campbell, but Walter can't. Nope. Walter has to sing. Walter has to sing, Barry White, or if that were the case,
Right.
every now and then I can get up there, but I can't get up there with Tevin Campbell, not for no whole song.
Right.
And sometimes I would run into people that would be like, "No, you got to do it in the original key. That's tacky, and that's this." And I'm like, "Well, most people just want to shake their ass and listen to some good music."
Right.
Musicians, and this is why I say sing for the people. Musicians are going to be judging. They didn't hit that run. I was waiting on this part. I wanted them to do that part. I felt like they could have gave us more. Like, you know how we just critique that album? That's us.
Right.
Most people that just don't listen. Is this easy listening music?
Mm-hmm.
Is it blending well? Of course they're gonna be able to tell if you flat. They're gonna be like, somebody
The
flat.
thing is, the person listening, they just want to know: are you guys gonna give the performance? Are you gonna make us feel good or not? Because we came here to feel good. That's it. Or we came here just to have fun. We came here to just let our hair down and act ass, because that's just what we want to do. So if that's their thought process, they're not focused on everything else. They just want to make sure everything sounds good, the music feels good, the vocals feel good. They're happy because they're drinking. They don't care.
Absolutely.
Unless it's another musician or singer. They're the only ones that's going to pay attention to all that.
Absolutely. Now, so we've talked about partying, we've talked about grown and sexy. Let's say you get hired for, and this is a heavy one. Let's say you're hired for a funeral. Okay. Here recently, I've had several odd requests for funerals. Okay. It used to be you could always sing "Going Up Yonder."
Right.
So let me just get on up here. Amazing Grace. You could tear that whole funeral up with that. But lately, I've been getting, I don't want to say odd. I'm going to say I've been getting more modern requests for funerals. I had one request me to sing "Take Me to the King." I told them I'm not a soprano. They said, "We want you to sing it like you." And I said, okay. Now, I'm going to bass the hell out that motherfucker. But
right.
We're going to take you right to the king. Now, another one, I was asked to sing, I'm in so many places in my life. And that was a less traditional song to sing at a funeral.
But, well, let me tell you something. Not here recently, I think it was last year, I did a funeral, and they asked for all the songs were not, only one song was more of a gospel song. It was actually a good one I had never heard before, but I learned it and I sang it. But the other ones they asked me for Neither One of Us. They wanted me to sing Neither One of Us.
Yes.
They asked me to sing, what is his name? Sam Smith. Not
Stay with me, 'cause you're all I need.
Was it Stay With Me?
Something.
I think it was. It wasn't Lash. Yeah, it was Stay. Yeah, it was Stay With Me. It was that one. And then what was the other one? I don't know. All I know is they weren't gospel songs. Right. And this was the lady's favorite song. She loved these songs. So they wanted these songs done. I was like, I said, well, Sam Smith, this is not, you know what it's talking about, right? She was like, I don't care. That's my mom's song. She loves that. I said, okay, just as long as you know, because we gonna be in the church. I don't want no issues now. Church folks.
Right.
And so I went and sang. Everybody was happy. I was like, oh, okay, well, great. I didn't know we did this now, but I'm loving it. We can do it all. Okay, that sounds good to me.
I love the freedom that's being, because it's about the family.
Right.
Being able to express their emotion towards their loved one, again, setting the mood, right?
Right.
One of the funniest videos that I've seen going around YouTube was a woman who got up singing Monday, a friend of mine, Tuesday, by Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
She got up at the funeral and sang this. She wasn't on program. Got up to sing this at a funeral. And they made her sit down. On Sunday we made love. What are we
gonna do?
Maybe not the best song, especially since she wasn't married to the guy that died. Like, maybe not the
right.
best song.
Times have changed.
Right. But here recently, I have, I sang Before I Let You Go at a memorial service. Before I let you go. Whew. For some reason, people like for me to sing that one. I'll be like, can we lower it, though?
Right.
Can we lower it?
That's up there.
Yes, it is. Of course, it's so hard to say goodbye by Boys to Men. I've done that several times over the years. But just setting the mood. So when you are hired or when you're asked to do these gigs, sometimes you just have to ask the questions that are there. And then you, as the artist, you have to be open and honest. So sometimes they may want you to do something that you're not comfortable with.
Right?
Or something you have never done before. You need to voice that. Don't go in always acting like you're an expert, because then you stand the chance of disappointing a client that could potentially be a return client if you do a good job, right? So it may not be for a funeral. You may sing at a funeral, then they may want you to come sing at a birthday party. Then they may go to a church and be like, well, can you clean it up and do a little praise and worship? Cool, absolutely. This may be a return client that you're getting, but if you're not open and honest, you're gonna miss out. If you're not able to just be honest, like, well, I've never done this before, but I will definitely give it my best shot. Right. And that will give them the opportunity to say, okay, well, do you know someone who? Sure, absolutely. Like if they want too many R&B songs that I don't know, I'm quick to be like, do you want someone who sings just as good as me? Who may be more comfortable with these songs? Yeah. Angie, what you doing on the 30th?
Right.
Because I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna miss nothing. Angie sings down.
Right.
Well, if you're not comfortable with it, just think of the money. Remember, it's just a job. Sometimes So I get that aspect of it. Sometimes you're not comfortable with it. Absolutely. So I get that part. And but when you're talking about someone's life moment, so what was that? I wouldn't sing at someone's engagement or someone's wedding. I wouldn't sing a song that is out of my element for somebody's wedding.
Right.
Because it's a once in a lifetime
thing.
And if
you want that to be perfect.
If you mess that up, you will be known as the person that fucked up the wedding.
Right. Well, that's a no-no.
They cousin me getting married. Whatever you do, don't you call that damn don't you call that damn, so and so, because you instead of just voicing, okay, maybe I could do something close to this, but this is not something I would do. But I do know someone that can smash this, right? I'm good. So, and people, when they said "Take Me to the King," I was like, oh, I know someone who can kill that. I could name sopranos right now that would murk that song. But they were like, no, we want you to do it. We want you to do it. And I said, okay, well, just as long as you know, we can take me to the
right.
Just so you know.
Deep in the base, okay?
We're going to be singing about Jesus, but I'm going to be singing about it from the basement. All right. So, in terms, as your career expands, your influence expands. Um, how do you approach maybe setting a mood for a larger crowd, maybe larger than you've ever been in front of?
um, I don't. Now you know what? Okay, that's one that's stumping me. I
Okay.
normally got an answer for everything, but you know what? I've never even thought about it. Um, like, how large are we talking?
So for me, I remember my first time singing in front of maybe like 1,500 people.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
I've never sang in front of that many people before.
okay. I remember singing in front of 15 million, not 15, Lord, finna start
15
line.
million.
15
Oh,
million.
why you finna sing in front of 15 million people? Yeah, you are. You prophesied. That's what that is.
I sang in front of like 1,500 people, and I remember it wasn't in a church setting, so I
Hmm.
was nervous.
Hmm.
And
I bet.
my mentor at the time pulled me to the side, and she said, "Do what you do, right?" She coached me. She said, "Now you got to dial this back because we're not in church,
Hmm.
right? So you can't be up here, clap your hands and put your hand together for Jesus. We're not in church, right?" But she just told me like you have to dial this back, and you have to you got to kind of streamline what you do, because when you're dealing with people, with that many people, you're dealing with people with different ideologies, different mindsets, different
Right.
life experiences. So you got to kind of streamline it so that it's
Hmm.
more palatable to everyone,
Right.
right? But her the basis of what she was saying is do what you always do. Do
Hmm.
you give them still your experience? But you may have to streamline it a bit, right?
Hmm.
Um, so that it's a little more palatable. All right. Well, I feel like we had a really good discussion tonight. Is there anything you wanted to add or wanted to dip and dabble in tonight, Manal?
Manal.
Oh shit! I'm a Monday night. All
Wait a
right,
minute.
Angie.
Wait a minute. You ain't over there sipping, are you? I know you ain't.
No, this is water. This is
I
water.
was finna say. Oh, you just so used to saying Manal. I know. I love me some Manal too. Boy, she can come with it.
Yes, you
She
do.
comes with it.
Oh, boo.
That truth, man. She comes with it. I freaking love her.
Me too.
But no, I don't have I don't think I have anything to say now. Not tonight.
Well, if all things play out the same, we will see you here next week with the next episode. This is season 2, episode 1 of Respect the Melody. If you go to my YouTube channel, there is a playlist of all the Respect the Melody episodes that we've done in the past. This one will be added to that playlist whenever I get the time. If you would like to be a guest on Respect the Melody, hit my inbox, and we can have that conversation on what it would take to have you be a guest. No, you ain't getting paid no money, so get that out your mind. You ain't getting no
Okay.
money. We ain't getting
We
no
just
money, baby.
talking.
Right, right, right. But we may be able to facilitate a conversation that you can join in. All right. Well, with that being said, how can the people follow you on social media, or
You
can they
do
follow
this to
you?
me every time, and I don't never write this mess down. And you keep forgetting to remind me, and I keep forgetting. I'm
Okay.
horrible, y'all. But I think my Instagram is absolutely underscore after the Y. Angie
Oh,
B. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And um, I know your TikTok is the same.
Is it?
Yeah,
One of
let
them
me.
has an E and one of them don't have an E. Now that one, don't ask me that. I don't know. I'm an old head, y'all. I'm sorry.
So your
I
Instagram
will.
is
I will write. I promise. I'm gonna write it down this time. A matter of fact, I'm gonna take notes right now to write it down so I can remember.
her Instagram is absolutely underscore Angie B. No space between Angie B. You can follow her there. And then you could go to TikTok, and it's the same on TikTok, or close to the same. You'll be if you type it, you'll see it. You can follow me on all social media at waltbconnection. And oh, I can just come back and put that in the comments. There we go. Absolutely. Thank you, Margaret. That's
All
my
right.
sis right there.
Yeah, I love her too. She was thinking because I show
if you decide you wanted to support this platform, go ahead and shoot your boy some cash app. That's $ waltbconnection, or you can Venmo me @ waltbconnection. Walter Bernard is my name. Walter Bernard is my name. I know you thought it was something else, but it's Walter Bernard. So when you see that, go ahead and shoot that cash app there. Above all, we do love you, and we will see you all next week. We're going to leave out this week with my latest single that is scheduled to be released at the top of the year. It's called Bullshit.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
You see me enjoying life now.
All right, we'll holler at y'all next week.
You just don't know how. I conquered my fears, cried a bunch of tears, wasted a lot of years.